like, share, subscribe. HCB2 World.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So, you know how this goes, alright? New week, new episode of Twin Star Exorcists. Now, listen, you guys know me, so I'm going to keep it real. I enjoyed the episode, alright, but there was one part that, one, not only irritated me, two, kind of pissed me off a little bit, alright? Now, before I get into that, I am going to ask you guys for a favor. Now, if at any time you enjoy or like what I have to say, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. Because one, it makes your boy feel good. And two, you know, it lets me know I'm doing something right. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. There's a lot of stuff coming out. I know I haven't been putting out videos lately, but that's because I've been doing a ton of collaborations, trying to help some other channels out. So I'm finally back to just helping out my own channel, alright? So make sure you guys are a part of that. Now, in terms of this episode, man, let's jump into this. And one thing I loved about the episode is that it had really good tone, you know. Like, as soon as it started, you could feel the seriousness of what's going on. You got the Exorcist group, they're driving through Magano trying to take a shortcut to get to where everything's going down. And then on the other side, you got Tsuchi Mikado, who at this point, he has no spot power. He really can't do anything, but you know, you can see the desperation in his face. Even though he really can't have an impact, he's still trying everything. He's got his talisman placed up, and he's doing everything he can at this point. And lastly, you got Benio, who finally honored her commitment to go to Abe No Seimei. Now, that part, man, I absolutely hated it, and I had to turn my head. But not only did I hate the fact that she had to go to Abe No Seimei, I hated the fact of what he did to her. So you see her, you know, she's getting ready in the mirror, and as she turns to him, he kind of mutters something, and you see the light go away from her eyes. Long story short, he took away her free will. He probably did that so that she didn't renege or, you know, go back on their deal. So as she goes with him, you know, you see the Abe no Mishahara, or the, you know, big ass tree as we call it. You see it goes from being under the surface to kind of being above the surface, and Tsuchi Mikado is actually shocked by that. As we see that, we see the flow of energy reverse, and is shooting upward to where Abe no Seimei is. Now, Abe no Seimei, to his credit, he did honor his commitment to Benio when he told him that he would release Rokuro, and he did. So as Rokuro is falling down, you know, you see Tsuchi Mikado run after him. Now, unfortunately, you know, this part, I'm leaning on you guys for this part, because I don't know how I should take this. But, you know, as Roku's waking up, before he wakes up, he sees an image of a baby. Now, I don't know if that's maybe him dreaming of the Miko that him and Benio going to make together, or if Abe no Seimei and Benio actually got down and that's their version of the Miko. I don't know, but the baby woke Rokuro up, and, you know, stuff's about to get real. So as Roku wakes up, you know, Tsuchi Mikado fills him in on what's going on. And what I love about this is he didn't sugarcoat it whatsoever. He was like, listen, man, I'm just gonna be honest with you. You know, you turned into the Cataclysm King, you stole everybody's spell power, and you turned pretty much the whole world into stone. And Roku was like, oh shit, you know, like, how did this happen? How could this happen? You know, we had plans in place. What happened to the burial ritual? And he said, honestly, man, I know we had that trump card in place, but Abe no Seimei was like 1 or 2 steps ahead of us. He had everything planned out. And as soon as your heart exploded, you know, the ritual worked like it was supposed to, but as soon as your heart exploded with Abe no Seimei's powers, it basically recovered as quickly as it did explode. So Roku's like, he's kind of sad about that. Now, that's not even the worst stuff he's about to find out. He finds out what happens with Benio, and he's shocked by this. You know, he's like, why would she do that for me? I'm just a kegare. I'm not even a human. Why would she go with him, you know, just for my benefit? You know, like, I understand that I'm alive and it's thanks to her, but why would she do that? I'm not even human. So Hanako kind of gives him crap, and he's like, dude, why are you so hung up on this? Benio doesn't care about that. She doesn't care if you're a monster, a kegare, Cataclysm King, none of that. She likes you for who you are. To her, you're not any of those things. You're just simply Imado Rokuro. So Rokuro finally comes to terms with that. You know, he accepts it, and then the episode takes a turn that absolutely irritated the shit out of me. So you got the Basara girl who shows up, and she starts singing the song. I mean, like, what is going on, man? It wasn't even the song. It was like a silly-ass song. So for me, up until that point, the whole episode was serious. It had great tone. You could feel the weight of the situation. And then she goes into a silly-ass song that kind of makes no sense to me whatsoever. But, you know, I don't write this shit. I just kind of have to watch it. But I was definitely irritated by it. Maybe you guys feel the same way. I don't know. But, you know, through her song, Rokuro realizes that he needs to rely on his bonds that he has to overcome this situation. Because, you know, if he just lays down and accepts what's happening, the world is doomed. But if he decides to fight and rely on other people, you know, maybe they can save the world, even if it's a small glimmer of hope. Now we know Roku, for the most part, he tries to shoulder everything by himself. That's part of the reason why he left Benio behind to begin with. But you know, through that song, he realizes that this is a situation where he can't think about himself. He has to rely on everyone else. So together they start to make their way to the big ass tree, and you know, it looks like that they might be able to pull something out. As they're in the car that's possessed by Hanako, they're driving, and the tree is trying to attack them to basically impede their progress. Now, as it's attacking them, Hanako starts talking shit, saying, "Hey, you can't stop us with those kind of attacks. We're protected by a barrier." Now, obviously, the tree's gonna be offended by this shit. So instead of attacking them with like projectile attacks, it turns into a big old blade and slices the car in half. Now, as it does that, you know, the crew has to continue on foot. And by having to continue on foot, they're more vulnerable now. So as they continue on foot, each member is picked off one by one. And as they get picked off, they give Rokuro a talisman, helping them to continue. Now, the first one to be picked off is Sagan, who at this point, you know, he gives Roku a talisman, and he tells him that with Idima's spell power, he should be able to use it. Now, I skipped the part, but basically before they take off, Tsuchimikado gives Roku all of his spell power pretty much, and he's telling him that with that spell power, he should be able to use the talisman. Now, in terms of what the talisman is, if I had to take a guess, it should be a new form of Rokuro's arm that he can use, one that we haven't seen yet. I don't know. That's me speculating. I'm guessing. So don't stone me if I'm wrong, but that's my guess on that. But unfortunately, you know, as they progress, each member gets picked off, and while getting picked off, they give him a talisman. So finally, it's just him and Mayota left. As him and Mayota are left, you know, they're getting ready to be attacked by what looks like a big old brick. But she smashes it up with air fissure bullets, and unfortunately, one of the large pieces of that brick flies off and hits her in the stomach. As it hits her, she provides him with his last talisman, and Rokuro he uses a spell to increase his speed, and he goes up the tree. As the episode ends there, I'm kind of left wondering, like, where do they go from there? It honestly, the way Abe No Seimei seems, he seems like this isn't your typical bad guy. This isn't something they're going to be able to overcome with ease. I mean, he has Roku's power, he has Benio's power, and at this point, he's looking pretty unbeatable. But if we know anything from anime, it's that when someone looks unbeatable, 9 times out of 10, what you can expect next is a large-ass loophole or some kind of weakness that we didn't think about that's going to be exposed in the next episode. Now, honestly, from next episode's preview, we know that, or at least we can guess that Roku manages to free Benio. But even if he does free her, like, what can they do together? I mean, he has Benio's power, he has Roku's power, and at this point, I think that the only thing that they can do is rely on the power that Roku got from all the others. I don't know if maybe Roku's going to combine all the talisman and get some kind of weird power up. I don't know, but at this point, you know, things are looking bleak. I don't know how they're going to overcome it, but hopefully together, maybe through resonance or something, they can find a way. Other than that, I enjoyed the episode. Besides the singing part, like that completely just, God, man, I was in it, I was locked in, I was feeling it, and then like the silliness of that song just kind of ruined damn near the whole episode for me. But you know, I watched it to the end. Other than that, guys, I would love to know your opinions on this, especially the part where Roku wakes up and he sees the baby. Like, what do you guys think about that? Do you think it was him dreaming of the Miko that him and Benio would make, or maybe not even a Miko, just their baby, or maybe a baby that she's making with Abe No Seimei? I don't know how to take that part, but you guys are clever. We talk about this stuff all the time in the comments, so I kind of want to open it up to you and see what you guys think. Other than that, hopefully you enjoyed the review. If so, go ahead and leave a thumbs up button, because like I said at the beginning, I really appreciate that. Also, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. I'm pretty good at interacting with the viewers and interacting with you guys that comment, and yeah, I love making new friends. Other than that, guys, that's going to do it for your boy. As always, do great, be great. I'll catch you guys in the next video, alright? Peace!